those kind of situations because she beat me out the house. I didn't want to leave home.
What age did you leave home?
Maybe about 14 to 15 years old.
14 to 15?
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did anything like ever happen to you when you was younger?
Oh, yes. Like, by her looking for somebody to love her, you want somebody to be there like a dad or something.
Right.
So you want to try to put together a family. But some of these people touch kids.
Yeah.
So
did that happen to you?
Yeah.
What age? So basically, your dad was married.
Right.
Had a kid with his wife.
Right.
Had you with your mom, and then had another kid with his wife again. And he stayed married.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, your mom was like, unfortunately, the side chick. Huh, so if I asked your mom, why did you kick your daughter out at 14, 15 years old, what would she tell me? What's up, YouTube? So guys, we got merch. Make sure you go to AtlantaStreetInterviews.com and grab one of the newest drops. The merch is popping, so make sure you go get it now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. If you love the channel, or if you just like the message, Homeless Lives Matter, we all have a story. Or I love Atlanta Street Interviews. Go right now, AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Get one for your auntie, your mama, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your nephew, your frenemy. Get one for everybody. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Go cop the merch. Now back to the content. Real life story. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews. Out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm doing all right.
All right. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
All right.
So real quick, are you homeless?
Well, no, not actually, but life don't put me in a situation where I'm not in my own place.
Okay.
So
I got you. So semi, there's levels to it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So I got you. How old are you?
Right now I'm 40 till December.
Till December,
Yeah,
okay,
December.
40.
Right.
And so, how long have you been in this situation of,
maybe like
instability?
through my choices and decision of.
Well, first, how long?
About a year. Maybe
about a year?
Right.
What was to happen a year or so ago that caused you to get into this situation? And just tell us what happened. Don't tell us
like my business. I own the box truck.
Okay.
And I had a company. Like, it went down. Like, I don't know how. I wasn't making the money that was going to support my box truck and my limited situation. So
was you like leasing the box truck where you had to pay a monthly payment?
I owned it, but the insurance on the box truck is like $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Right. So boom, I got to pay my bills. I'm trying to buy some stuff, but you can't do all that with things not running.
Was that your first time going into like entrepreneurial type business type deal?
I've been in a hustle since I started.
Right, but I mean, was that the first time going into like
legal?
Right.
Yeah. The legal way.
Got you.
So really just trying to do life situations. I've been verbal abuse and mental abuse is one of the worst things that a kid or anybody can go through, especially like okay, just say my mother went on drugs, but she was abusive. Like far as like she took out her life situation, man, and it turned me into a whole nother person until I had to run.
Yeah.
So running from her.
Yeah, when you're in survival mode, no matter what it is, it works you.
Right. And it takes you your energy.
But before we get there, because that sounds like going back to childhood, right? All right. So before we get there, let's figure out what the current situation, right? So, by the way, do you have any kids?
I got married. My first baby, I had a miscarriage, so it kind of put some more like depression in my life too.
What age was that?
I got like 35.
35?
Right.
Okay, so you don't have any living kids?
No.
Okay.
Right. So the first thing I did have, I suffered with depression behind that because I'm emotionally stressed. Like, who don't want their baby?
Right.
So boom.
Do me a favor. Let's see if we can go across the street real quick, just because the sound is going to be crazy right here. We just going right over here because the sound or whatever. Man, it sounds like it's even louder. Is it just me or did it get even louder? Okay. So, all right. So no kids. And you say you have been married?
Yeah, I'm still married.
Okay, that's your husband I met?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How old is he?
He's 39.
39?
Right.
Okay. Does he have any kids? No? So now that was going to be your first?
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Right.
Sorry to hear about that. How many months along did you get?
Probably like 4 months.
Okay,
right.
Okay. So, all right, so no kids, currently married. And so who convinced you to like start a box truck business?
It was just, I wanted to be able to take care of myself without having to sell drugs.
Do other stuff, do this and that.
Right. So because I put myself.
What I'm
in
saying
life,
is, did you see like it online or something, or did you
Nah,
like
I just-
did someone come up and tell you like, hey, this is a good business?
no, I just woke up one night, one day, and I was like, baby, I want a box truck. Some kind of way he found the guy that wanted to sell.
What
one.
gave you that idea?
Right, I want to do better for myself.
Right, but what specifically gave you the idea to do a box truck?
Because I always I like driving like 18 wheelers and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm fascinated with different stuff. I know I have certification on working on cars, but my most biggest problem is I never get a chance to get finished with nothing. See what I'm saying?
Start it and don't
Right,
finish.
Right. And
I know about
right,
that.
the gaps. Right.
All right, so let's just real quick. Let's just start from the beginning. So,
okay.
where you from?
I'm from Atlanta.
You from here?
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
Where about? What part of Atlanta?
West side Atlanta.
Man, west side,
Road,
best side. Throw them doves up.
Right.
Shout out that
I went to-
Simpson
right,
Road, man.
I went to Douglas High.
Shout out Doug, man,
Right.
all day.
Market
All
Fire.
right, and so growing up here in Atlanta, did you have both mom and dad in the household, like a two-parent household?
No, I didn't.
Who'd you grow up with?
I grew up with my mama.
Mom, and so was he like active and present, or like not so much?
Well, his money was present, but
His physical presence
physically,
wasn't there.
Right. So the stuff that I supposed to knew or felt as a adolescent,
Yeah.
I really didn't get that.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do.
How many that you grew up in the house with?
2 in the house with me.
And you were where in the birth order? You were the oldest, youngest,
my
middle?
my mama lined up. I'm first.
Okay, so you was the oldest in the
right.
house. Okay. So growing up, would you say you had like a fairly normal childhood?
Well, until I realized I was being abused. Like we was being abused. Like it was all right.
What
It was
type
all
of abuse are we talking about?
right. Verbal, and then physical too. Like
Okay.
it's a difference between chastising your kids and abusing them, whipping
Yeah.
them. When you start to hit them with items or objects that's not a belt, or
Yeah.
you just whipping them for anything. You don't you don't
Any
have-
little thing, they
any
get
little
ticked
thing,
off, they whoop
right.
you.
It
Somebody
could be-
ticked them off, they whoop
right,
you.
Right. In life situation, she just didn't take time to talk.
A lot of moms are like that.
Right,
I find that to be the case.
But that's really wrong because
It's totally wrong.
Right, because you deprive your children of things instead of her speaking life into me. She you bitch, you hoe.
Yeah.
Right. So if nothing changes. So boom, saying that to say you still doing that to right now to this day. Right. So you get mad. You result like we having a conversation.
Right.
She don't know how to communicate.
Yeah.
So she'll get mad with me because I can communicate with you. Oh, you still an ugly bitch, and all this old shit. So you see,
Tell you, man, age don't always solve these issues, man.
You may not be maturing in your mind. You just because you age, and that don't mean that you're growing. Growth has to come from like within.
Yeah.
Like for real. So
And people could be mature at any age.
right,
So.
because
that's wild.
what I learned that I can be my own worst enemy. Like due to those kind of situations, because she beat me out the house. I didn't want to leave home.
What age did you
Like,
leave home?
Maybe about 14 to 15 years old.
14 to 15?
Right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask,
Mm-hmm.
right? Did anything like ever happen to you when you was younger?
Oh yes. Like by her looking for somebody to love her, you want somebody to be there like a dad or something.
Right.
So you want to try to put together a family. But some of these people touch kids.
Yeah.
So
Did that happen to you?
yeah.
What age?
I'm probably like 14, 15 years old.
So around the same time that you decided to dip
Right.
out.
Just go ahead and go because.
And so, are we talking about like her boyfriend type deal? Like,
Right. It just happened at one time, but the one time that it did happen, you didn't take action. You took action.
So hold on. So it happened. It meaning touch or more than touch?
Just like
We like to ask for
doing
truth and
doing
transparency.
some like fresh shit. Like older men, like you ain't got to be walking like wanting to be closed off with me nowhere. Like making me feel uncomfortable, like different. You know, like I'm a young lady.
What is it that you told your mom that happened?
Like a boyfriend trying to get fresh for me, so she thinking I'm trying to tell her happy home.
Right.
Instead of you trying to.
How long had they been together at that point?
I think that she had already knew him as growing up
Right, but I mean, how long had they been like?
together.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 years, 3 years or something.
So he was living in the house that whole time.
First he had his own place, then I think he.
They combined households eventually,
Right.
and so he got fresh with you or whatever.
Right. So I go and I didn't tell my mom. I told my friend because I don't have a personal relationship with her. Yes, I lived in the house with her.
I get it. Like
Right.
you didn't have a relationship where you feel like you could communicate
Right.
openly and honestly.
Right. Because no matter like.
So you told your friend and what
right,
happened?
and she like, oh no, I ain't know she wasn't gonna tell my mama. But I'm glad that she did. So she told her, and then when my mama get me alone, like she like, why you tell my friend or whatever. That's who I feel comfortable telling.
Right.
So she did the right thing. So my mama, she thought actually like get out my house type shit. So I'm like, all right.
So wait, so she kicked you out the house for that?
Right, like, yeah. She actually assaulted me, like put her hand on me, like you got to go. And sometimes when you be mental, she in her mind none of this never happened. Like I'm always wrong. So boom, I guess like when you have cool intentions, I don't know how parents have that with their children or whatever.
Right.
But you can have some people have children and there's no attachment. You feel what I'm saying?
Or they're attached in a negative way,
Right,
you know?
right,
you remind
right.
them of the dad and stuff like that.
Exactly. So that's what I suffer with. So boom, my dad he was already married. So I came in between his first son and another
Right.
sister. So I
Oh
been
wait,
in-
so hold on. So your mom was like the side chick type deal?
Right.
Like your dad was married.
Right.
He had a kid.
Right, and then he
then
promoted
had
up to
you.
my mama. But
Right.
he knew my mama first though. So,
Okay.
Right. So boom, so she's struggling with that because he went from light skin to dark skin. You see what I'm saying? Really, my brother, my sister, mama, she was already a little bit more advanced. My mom she was a sweet girl at one time, but through heartaches and pains, it played out in different ways. You see what I'm saying?
So basically, your dad was married,
Right.
had a kid with his wife,
Right.
had you with
Right.
your mom, and then had another kid
Mhm.
with his wife again, and he stayed married.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, your mom was like, unfortunately, the side chick.
Right.
Right.
Unfortunately, but in actuality, he tried to make it like, and he got his wrongs too now. Like
Right, obviously.
Right, because it take two to do
Right,
what
the
they
tango,
do.
right?
So in the midst of me going through all that, the physical abuse from my mom just was unacceptable.
Let me ask you this: Does your siblings share the same dad?
No, I was
Okay,
have
different dads.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
So,
so boom, so your older sibling, I want to try to protect.
mm-hmm.
Right, so I want to protect my brother, but you can't always protect them because we have our own different lives. So around this time, my brother like 20, so I'm living my life too. He 38 now, I'm 40.
Right.
My brother been locked up like 18 years. We got another little sister, right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So,
So if I asked your mom, why did you kick your daughter out at 14, 15 years old? What would she tell me?
she really abused me till I had to go.
No, but if I had to ask her, what do you think she would tell me?
She'd tell you that I was unruly, or she'd try to shift the blame to me.
In what way?
Like, I guess she's unhappy with herself. I always been smiled. I know how to greet. I know I say hey to everybody. I encourage people. By me being able to communicate and show love and affection to other people, she hates that.
I get it.
But she can show love and
Some people are jealous of just the energy that you carry.
Right.
You know, if you got a good energy, if people take to you well, some people are jealous just because of that, because they don't have that.
And that's what her issue is. Like, and I don't understand that because she's supposed to be more encouraging, like more.
So let me ask, where'd you go when you got kicked out of her house?
I met this lady. She was because I really didn't have nowhere to go.
So you was just out on the streets for like,
Right.
how long were you like on the streets before you met the lady?
Maybe like a day.
Okay, so
I lived in some apartments.
And so you met a lady.
Right. So what she did was embrace me because I was crying. Cause I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So God never fails. She let me in. She fed me, and she was my mother. She had children of her own. So with my mother, she did what my mother couldn't do for me, which was nurture me and love me in other ways.
Right.
So, and then kind of find out the lady had her birthday the same day. My mom's birthday, which is like October.
Wow.
Right. So that's why I was like, Mom, I said, I met this lady off the street. I said, she didn't even know me, but by her being a mother, she nurtured me and did everything that you couldn't do.
What was your mom's reaction to that?
She got angry about it. So
Snapped off, same reaction.
Right.
Same reaction. I got
I
you.
guess because she really wanted me to die out on the street. You know, like when you speak negative of your children, I'm like, well, why though?
So let me do this, because one of the themes on this channel is definitely mama trauma, right? And one of the things that we do is we have conversations with people when they're not right in front of us, because sometimes it's easier to get it all out when they're not right in front of you, right? And sometimes for them, it's easier to hear you when you're not right in front of them, and they know that other people are listening too. So if you could just talk to your mom right now and just get off your grievances, get off how you feel. Just look her dead in the camera. She's watching. Somebody sent her the link on YouTube, and so go ahead and tell her right now.
Right, I'm not upset with my mom. Only thing that I would like to do is to build a relationship, but if you can't build, sometimes you have to let go so I can breathe, so I can
You can be mentally healthy.
Right, because sometimes the people never change.
Well, why don't you tell her how the things that she did, the way that she behaves makes you feel and what effect you think it had on your life?
No, and she's still active in her.
So tell her.
Right. We cannot be around each other if you cannot change. If I'm willing to change, you got to be willing to change. If I want to build, but if I can't, I have to let the relationship go. I'm willing and I'm open, but are you willing?
I get it. During any of this time, did you do like any sex work or anything like that?
No, I've been in and out of jail, like selling drugs. I got nothing but drug charges. I mean, I could have been, somebody could have had me could have got me as a kid. I could have been sex trafficking. I could have been dead. I don't know, like, where I was gonna go, like, around that age, but it's better than being abused.
Right.
So if I'm out here free on the street, I ain't gotta worry about nobody
being abusing you.
Right.
Okay, so basically just, selling pharmaceuticals,
right.
never did any sex work or anything like that.
No, I didn't need to, but don't get me wrong.
You'll do something strange to change if the situation calls for it.
Because I used to run a whole block, like running shit, like selling shit.
Right,
like,
yeah.
I still can, but I'm not that person anymore. I don't see myself.
It's a lot that comes with that.
Right.
A lot of pressure and stress. Always a target on your back. Always somebody trying to get what you got.
That's the same thing that women that have to go through selling their body. The same thing, because I done been.
Every date could be a potentially fatal one.
Right, and every encounter when you selling something like can be a fatal one too.
Yep.
People robbing. It's people who have malicious intentions.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? One time I was serving somebody, I'm probably like 20. The person grabbed my hand and pulled off with me. So it's dangerous stuff that drug dealers go through as well. So boom. So now I'm in the midst of trying to turn my life around. It's still like a tornado, because the thing's not, I can't just go get any job I want.
Right.
They got to do a background check.
So I mean, what if you could be talking to ladies, young ladies that are in their 20s or in the early part of their life, what advice would you give them?
Don't let nothing deter your mind from being all that you can be. If you are in a situation or a dangerous environment, remove yourself from that, because, like I said, beware of the company that you keep, because if you're not on heavy drugs, you could possibly be on heavy drugs. So if you're not a killer, if you're hanging around killers, then you could possibly be a killer.
You rise or fall to the level of people you keep around you.
Right.
So try to keep good people around, you'll rise to that level. So, keep bad people around, you're going to fall to their level.
Right, so be aware of the company that you keep. If you hang out with people on crack, then what you think you're going to be on.
Yep.
Or you might be, like I said, what you believe in, like your boundaries will change, because you start letting down your guards. And don't accept anything. Don't accept anything. Stand up for what you believe in. If you don't think that you need to be laying out on the ground, don't lay out on the ground with nobody. You got to have some kind of level,
some boundaries,
right, of respect for yourself. Hey, and people, those of you people who know me, I earn mine, and I'm not in no competition. I know who I am. I'm not afraid of nothing I done been through. That made me who I am. I'm strong.
That's right. What was the longest amount of time you spent in prison?
1 year. I went to prison twice. I went at 20, and I went, I think again when I was like 33, something like that.
I got it.
But I don't want to live. I'm not happy about I went to jail. But I ain't gonna say I would trade nothing. Try to
I mean, all of the collective life experiences have made you who you are. So I ain't mad at it. Well, listen, miss, if anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way for them to do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
And thank you very much. With me? I'm
asking you. I was like, what's this long pause for?
Right.
What's your socials? What's your Cash App?
My Cash App is Love Bands. It's the word spelled LOVEBANDZ. Number 2. My name will pop up. It's Rosalind Madison.
Okay.
If you can, you can. If you can, you can't.
What's Instagram and Facebook?
Just my name, Rosalind Madison.
Okay.
Right.
All right, well, listen, Miss,
But
like
they know
I
me,
say.
I am ATL.
Hey, you see it? Also
Right.
ATL.
Right,
Also
and I'm
ATL.
also naturally pretty. This is not no makeup.
You see it.
Right.
You see it. You see it.
Yeah,
All right.
But yeah, what though? This ain't none of my doing. It's on God doing. I can look like what the streets don't took me through, but I don't let that get me down.
That's right.
Right.
Well, look, like I say, we really appreciate you. Definitely wish you nothing but the best, all right?
Right.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie. All right.